Welcome to Expanding Your Search with Brent and Jodibailey. We are growing our circles of connection and knowledge with encouraging conversations and positive communications. Today, Brent and Jodi welcome
businessman, mentor, and a Renaissance guy. Please welcome Chadowen.
And now, here are your hosts, Brent and Jodibailey.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Expanding Your Search. It is Friday. I hope you're having a great day wherever you are. It's Brent Bailey with you today. Hope you're having an outstanding, what is this, landing strip into the weekend? Is that the right phrase? I think so. We got a great show planned for you today, but before we get into our show today, we're going to head over to the control room because
let's do this.
It's not a tech booth anymore. It is a control room, and Jodi is over there controlling.
I'm controlling the
world.
room.
Yeah,
I'm controlling.
So we got a good show today. I sometimes feel like I'm too stupid to talk to this guy. He's got so many big things happening all around him all the time that you just kind of go, I'm going to go over and sit in the corner, and I'm just going to eat pudding and leave me alone. No, I'm kidding. I mean, he's a super awesome guy.
He is.
We love talking to him, being around him, seeing him at the Increase events. Yep. He has 9 businesses, and a nonprofit organization, all going at once.
Yes, he does.
And so we're going to talk about those things
And
today.
his wife is lovely as well, Leilani.
Absolutely.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So before we jump in with him, though, what's going on around the country today?
Well, today's National Cat Day. Cat Day. You know, we could just add it and say International Cat Day. You remember how many cats we saw in Israel when we were there? Everywhere.
No.
Oh,
I don't really remember
I
that.
remember.
I was too busy looking at the steps Jesus took.
Sorry. But yeah, cats all over. But cats, you know, we know a lot of people who are cat lovers, so we've got to be nice.
I have nothing bad to say, but I am not a fan.
I'm not a fan, and part of it is because I'm, allergic. Have a little allergy to it.
I know, and there's a lot of folks that are. But
yes, there are.
I just feel like, I know this is going to sound awful because I know they have their own litter box and all that stuff. I just feel dirty around them.
Do you?
I don't like them. So.
Yeah, cats. I don't know.
They're going to wake up in the middle of the night and they're just sitting there looking at you.
Cats are just not for us. We'll just say that. But those
those of you who are cat lovers,
enjoy them.
Yes,
that's great.
Enjoy them.
That's great. Today's also National Oatmeal Day. Oatmeal. You like oatmeal?
I do like oatmeal.
Yeah. I like it too. I like it with.
What's your favorite flavor?
I think apples and cinnamon.
Yeah, or
from Quaker.
Apples and cinnamon, or brown sugar.
Brown sugar, yes.
Brown sugar.
Now, if I do plain oatmeal and then I dress it with brown sugar or whatever milk,
which a lot of people do.
A lot of
people do that. A lot of people will do that.
Yeah.
And I was talking to the guy that runs the gym that we work out at, Tom, and he was talking about eating this steel cut oatmeal.
Yes.
And he goes, it's like eating glue. It's just so sticky and so I don't know. I mean, I like it. My dad lives by it.
Yes, he does.
Don't really care for it.
I mean, it is good for your heart apparently, and so yeah.
It is.
It is.
All
so
right. What
keep
else?
on eating your oatmeal. Today's also Hermit Day.
Hermit.
Yes.
Let me climb under the desk.
Exactly.
I don't want to be bothered.
Not hermit crab, but hermit.
Yeah.
So that's a day that really it's a day that they say, hey, why don't you take a day and live like a hermit, inside, secluded.
We know some people who do that anyway.
Do.
That's their lifestyle.
Yeah. Close the curtains, make it really dark.
Yeah, and then they wonder why they're depressed all the time. So.
Well,
once in a while is okay. But
yeah. We like to have days like that every once in a while.
If you live that way, then you need to get out.
Yes. It is also Frankenstein Friday, as in the monster.
Yeah, Mary Shelley's
Shelley,
classic.
the author Mary Shelley. Yep. Of course, we're a couple days away from Halloween. And Frankenstein is, at Universal Studios, it's one of Universal's monsters.
One of the big monsters, that's right.
And Frankenstein's been portrayed so many different ways, funny, young Frankenstein, goofy, I don't know.
Robert De Niro played him in a movie, and he wasn't ugly enough. And then the guy that played Two-Face in Batman, The Dark Knight or whatever.
What is that guy's name?
I can't remember his name.
I
Eric
can't
something. He played him, and he was definitely not ugly enough. I mean, you have to think he's parts of different people.
I can't believe Robert De Niro played him.
And he was very serious in it. It was a very serious version of it.
Was it younger Robert De Niro, or was it?
I mean, it was Goodfellas.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That. Yeah.
But he played him really convincingly, because he does have this anger about him.
Yes.
He's confused and he's lost, and he played him very well.
Yeah.
There was a couple times that he made statements that I was like, that's a little too smart, because he would say, if I can't indulge one, talking about make me a wife, because that's the whole point. He's by himself. So I played Frankenstein.
Yes, you did.
I played Frankenstein on the stage.
Yes.
He wants a wife because he's tired of being by himself. He's looked at as this monster and this freak. He's really just wanting a companion. So he's telling Victor Frankenstein to build me a wife. And if I can't indulge the one side of me where I want to have companionship and love, and Robert De Niro nailed this line. He gritted his teeth and he looked at him and says, I will indulge the other. And the look on his face, you just knew he was going to kill him.
Right.
So, and if you know the story, it's a really sad ending to everything. He burns down the castle, kills everybody. It's awful.
Exactly. That might have been some of the music that was played.
It was. It's a great story, though. Mary Shelley, when she wrote it, it was a big time, horror story. Like, people were freaking out. The way that many people in modern era saw the Exorcist in the movie.
Right.
Frankenstein, the book, freaked out everybody that read it.
Yeah.
So, anyway. There's your history lesson for the day.
Thank you very much. Okay.
All right.
Then I want to draw our attention to a medical issue.
Okay.
Today is National Stroke Day. And this is definitely a serious disease.
Big time.
People having, a stroke, I mean, it leaves people paralyzed. It leaves them, it can be fatal. But it's got a very serious nature. And I say that because, there's a lot of different causes, to have a stroke.
Yes.
But one of them, they say, is the silent killer, is high blood pressure. And if you have high blood pressure, you don't always know it. I mean, some people do. They kind of can feel it.
Yeah, and you should keep
but
tabs
you should
on that,
always
because it doesn't
check, because it can lead to stroke.
You don't always feel it when you have high blood pressure either.
No, you
Both
don't.
of us are people that take medication
Yes.
from high blood pressure. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't even realize mine was high. I felt no change, no different. Thank God, it's very controllable with medication and vitamins and supplements and nutrition and losing weight and all kinds of different things. Yours is a little different. Yours is
I think it's a hereditary.
Yeah. And so
genetic, whatever. I mean,
it's
I
worth
got
it
from
to
one
keep
of my
tabs on it,
grandparents.
though. Yeah.
Yeah. But and I've had it for years. But the way to avoid having a stroke is to keep tabs, on your high blood pressure. Watch what you're eating. I mean,
that's right.
They do say reduce your salt intake, which I love salty stuff.
See, I think flavor of food is pretty good on its own. If you have to salt it, then you probably didn't cook it right.
Right, probably. So, just really, if you want, just do a little more research on strokes and how to stay away from them. So just realize it's a serious thing.
It is.
Yeah. So
all
with
right.
that's
all there is? Okay.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I found a little article today. I thought, since we're getting ready to turn the corner into November.
Yes.
Which is just next Monday.
I know.
Crazy. And that means that the Christmas candy is going to start making an appearance out
if it hasn't already.
It probably already has.
Yeah.
Well, it's just now that they're getting rid of the Halloween candy and they just replace it with Christmas candy.
Yeah.
Here are the 15 greatest or best Christmas candies of 2021. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Number 15, sugar cookie M&Ms. Again, with the mashups, I don't get it. It's a M&M that instead of inside of it being chocolate or peanut or almond or peanut butter or whatever else, the brownies or whatever they have, it's a sugar cookie inside now.
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know about this one either. I just mint chocolate Twinkies, number 14.
No. Nope.
The picture looks like maybe.
Maybe. But no.
Mint chocolate Twinkies, number 14. Number 13, Milano has an amaretto hot chocolate Pepperidge Farm cookie. Yes.
Nice.
Yes. Number 12, we love the movie Elf.
Yes.
We all like it. Peyton loves that movie.
Yes.
Of course, Will Ferrell. Elf-shaped sugar cookie dough.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, Santa. That guy.
Yeah.
All right. Number 11, M&M Minis cookies.
Okay.
And it's the make your own at home.
Yeah.
The package is,
Yes.
it's already got M&Ms
That you
in
can
it.
find.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Of course, Nestle's is going to break into this at number 10. Nestle's Toll House peppermint-filled chocolate chip cookies.
That would be good.
That sounds like Christmas, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Totally sounds like
All right.
Christmas.
Of course, Pillsbury Doughboys peppermint frosting.
Yes.
It's just what you put on cupcakes or whatever.
Yeah.
That's number 9. Number
That would
8,
be good.
hot chocolate pancake and waffle mix. It looks like it's great value. So Walmart has their
Walmart.
own. Yeah.
Okay.
Complete hot chocolate, artificially flavored pancake and waffle mix. That's number 8. Number 7, Ghirardelli white chocolate sugar cookies. Of course.
Yes.
Yes, that's no big deal. Not to be outdone, though, Hershey's is right behind them with their own sugar cookie bar. White chocolate sugar cookie bar by Hershey's, number 6. Number 5, wow, a lot of the white sugar cookie, Hershey's sugar cookie kisses.
I think my sugar
Yeah, right.
intake is going high.
Number 4, How the Grinch Stole Christmas Kisses.
Oh, okay.
They actually look pretty good, too. They got the little, the wrappers that, look like tinfoil hats. Is a Grinch.
Yes.
Number 3, the Reese's Big Cup with peanut brittle inside of it. So it's a big peanut butter cup.
Okay. All right. That sounds
with
good.
pieces of peanut brittle inside. I
Yeah,
love peanut brittle.
yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Number 2, I'm like, when did they
Oh, no. It's
decide
a
to do
mashup,
this?
right?
It is. Kit Kat gingerbread cookies.
Nope. I don't even like
gingerbread cookie Kit Kat. I'm sorry.
No, that doesn't sound good to me at all.
But this, I absolutely love this, and this is number 1. The number 1 best Christmas treat or whatever we're calling this. What do we say? Snacks.
Yeah.
Christmas snacks.
Yeah.
All right, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready Whip has a Swiss Miss chocolate whipped cream in a can.
Yes, please.
Yes.
That would be perfect.
I would eat that whole can.
Yes.
I
That
would
would be
eat that whole
dangerous.
can. Oh.
As would our child, as would. Yeah,
It
it'd
sounds
be
delicious,
missing
doesn't it?
like crazy, right?
Yeah. All right, that's what's going on around the country. Let's jump in with our guest today, Chad Owen, as we expand your search. I'm so excited today. I have a real Renaissance man on my hands today. He is a really good friend of ours. He is the owner of Eagle Shadow Life and Annuity Retirement Realized Agents Academy and the host of Safe Money Radio. He continues to be named by multiple organizations as one of the top safe money and income experts in the nation. He has protected over $198 million in client retirement savings since 2008. He has a passion for life and protecting the hard-earned money that people have acquired over the years. He specializes in removing his clients' money from market volatility and has helped countless individuals avoid the significant retirement losses that many experience year after year due to market uncertainty. Due to his success, his expertise and knowledge are heavily sought after. Determined to pass this experience on to agents that it would work for him, teach them how to offer client solutions and ethics and integrity. From our time around him, he always has a group of younger folks around him that are learning from him continually. He has created the Retirement Realized Agents Academy, where he trains agents to become successful the right way. He is happily married to his wife, Leilani, who we always love seeing. They've been together for over 27 years. He has 4 incredible children, 2 great son-in-laws. He loves knowing that none of his clients have ever lost a dime or missed a lifetime income payment from market risk. He's helped to reduce some of the most common killers of retirees: stress and rocking chairs. He has got so much going on. I can't wait to talk to him today. Please welcome our friend, Chad Owen, to the show. Chad, so great to have you with us today. How you doing, my man?
Excellent. Very busy, but very good. Work hard, play hard.
Yes, exactly, right? I know that it seems like the only time we get to see each other is in some really exotic locations, and it's usually Hawaii and California and Florida and things like that. It's really unusual to see you in just a normal setting in an office. I don't even know what to think about this right now, because you're usually...
Yeah, it is. It's very unusual.
So, first of all, let's just catch up a little bit. How have you been? We haven't seen you since Hawaii. What's been going on?
Incredible. I mean, one of the things I find is, the way I build businesses, because I originally started with Eagle Shadow Life and Annuity, but because of the success of that, it's allowed me to branch into the Retirement Realized Agents Academy, Retirement Realized Financial, IncreaseU, Heaven's Armory, J33 Ventures. There's 33 Ventures, sorry. And then there's so many things that keep branching out, because what I do is when I build businesses, I build one that's successful, and then it can support another one. I can start another one. Then I build another company when that one is successful. So now I have 2 building 2 more. And then I do it again where I have now 4, and then I build 4 more. Well, now we're up to 9 and 1 nonprofit. So it's all about trying to continue to build. And as you said before, my whole thing is about increasing the lifestyle people. So I build businesses, build lifestyles. And the main way you can do that lifestyle has nothing to do with money. It has to do with relationship. And so everything I do revolves around building relationship with people, because that's truly the only thing that leaves a legacy, is how you treated each other and how you loved each other.
I know that some of the first times that we were exposed to you at the events and really just kind of got to meet you in passing, really right off the bat, the one thing I noticed immediately was that you and Leilani always had, and I know this is not the right word, but it was an entourage, really, of younger folks around you. And I would say, what do you guys do? And they're like, well, we work for Chad, but it's more than just a work relationship. He's mentoring us. And it almost seemed like every event you had a new crew of people with you. It wasn't like you were just grabbing somebody and then just sticking them out, to pasture after you were done with them. You were continually doing this. Let's talk a little bit about that. What was your heart and passion behind that? Because it seems like it's something that is a conveyor belt. You're just constantly mentoring a new group of people to come in and understand this process.
Well, it is a constant thing. The way I look at this, I wrote this book called Striving for the Bottom, and it really is about a relationship I had with my father, about constantly being in competition with him. And I remember we had my son, and we had 3 girls and then a boy. I didn't care if the 4th child was a boy or a girl, but he came out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a boy. I didn't realize how much a boy meant to me. So I called my dad and said, hey, we had a boy. And one of the first things that came out of his mouth was, well, I'm still more of a man than you. And I said, what? And he goes, well, I have 7 kids. And I said, oh, no, I'm still more of a man than you. And he goes, why is that? I said, because I had more with 1 woman. It took you 3 ladies to get your 7 kids. And it really troubled me, because I go, why should have I been in that competition? Why should that even come out of my mouth? So I decided that I'm going to just mentor people. Lyle Wells said it really well. I do not hire anybody that I will not vacation with. I don't love being around. It doesn't mean we don't have challenges, because God knows I have my own challenges. But I love being around people, and I want them to learn at a young age how to be where I am now at a younger age. So when they get to my age, they're so much farther ahead. And that's where the mentorship comes in. I just love being around the younger generation. It's funny, no matter where we go, we always attract the younger crowd. Why? A lot of times when you get a little older, there's not a lot of hope. I mean, when they get up to your age, Brent, I mean, just,
Watch it now. Watch it now.
I don't even know how old you are.
I'm 50, so we've got to be in this.
48.
Yeah, I was going to say we're in the same ballpark. So
We are. We're same generation. But I'll tell you, it's all about living your life, mentoring others, and knowing that the impact you leave will affect generations. So why not? I mean, you know this. People are real when they're away from work. If you put on a different face when you're at work versus when you're out just hanging out, I want them to see real life. And sometimes they see Leilani and I get in a disagreement. We don't argue, we don't fight, but they'll see where we handle conflict resolution, and that helps them in their relationships. So it's not just about business, it's about learning how to live life.
That's so good. There's so many people that are in your situation that don't really they care about the people that work for them, but not in a way where they're realizing that, it's almost like a Paul Timothy or a Paul Titus type of relationship.
Yeah.
And it's so many times people have your place in life, but not fulfilled that side of it. And so you're to be admired for that. And I did talk about that frequently when I've talked about you before, is that I couldn't believe the group of people that was just soaking your, whatever you were willing to share with them up like a sponge. And it's really refreshing to see that.
Well, think about this, Brent. I mean, when you talk about why people go the directions they do, the things they allow to influence them, relying on the government to take care of them. If the church did what we need to do, then they wouldn't be a reliance. We wouldn't have to have the government assistance for widows and orphans and people seeking an abortion because an adoption's too expensive. We would be able to change entire generations if we would just bring people into our lives and mentor and love them the way Christ loves us.
That's so refreshing to hear. All right. As I said when I was starting your introduction, you're a real Renaissance man. I just can see so many things. We've already mentioned all the names of the companies, but there's so many things that you're doing. It's not just being an annuity, and then you're doing the other things all seem to be tied to finances in some way, and retirement and things like that. But now you're also branching off into some really unusual things that I think are just awesome. Tell us a little bit about Heaven's Army, because that, to me, when we were talking beforehand, it gave me goosebumps. It's really awesome.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, heaven, and let's say that clearly, it's Heaven's Armory, not
Armory.
Army. Yeah, I'm not starting a militia or fight down in Texas, because that could be construed as, remember, Waco's not that far from us, so we have to be careful with this. I'm not doing a compound,
Armory.
Armory, yeah. So one of the things I find is, we're adding our new items right now. We're actually building our gun line. It's going to be Heaven's Armory gun line, and we're going to have like the Archangel 15, which is the AR-15, which will be called Gabriel. We're going to have the Archangel 10, which will be called Michael. We're going to have guns named after some of the mighty men in the Bible. It's just really going to be, but it's like this shirt. I didn't even realize this, but I wore this shirt today, and it's one of our Heaven's Armory. And on the back, it says, no doubts, no borders, no limits, no fears, only faith in Jesus. And then we talk about another one where it says failure is not an option on the front. And on the back it says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I have the mind of Christ, and perfect love casts out fear. You use those three scriptures. Failure is not an option. There is nothing in my life that I'm afraid of. And here's why I say that. When I'm building companies and businesses, even like Heaven's Armory starting, there's always that little voice inside that says, you're never going to do it. You can't make it. You're not good enough. And then I'm going, wait a second. Something is trying to put fear in my life. So I've learned that my God, Father, does not talk to me as a child that you're never going to mount to anything. You're not going to be good. You're never going to make this. That's not how God talks to me. He does not use fear to take you away from something. He uses love to draw you towards something. So when I see fear now, that is literally an invitation for me to go in that direction, because that means that's where the enemy is trying to stop me from going, because they want to make me scared of that. So if perfect love casts out fear, and you see that fear, your love draws you through that fear, and that's often expressed through generosity. But you can't have generosity to the levels I want to do that if you're not willing to build more businesses and mentor people.
Oh my gosh, that's wow. That was like drinking from a fire hose. That was incredible. Let's talk about that a little bit. There are so many people out there that maybe do have one business or maybe two businesses, and they've always thought about expanding. What is the thing that you would tell somebody that's really wanting to expand and has just never made that step? What's the key to taking that step to starting the next one?
Well, this is going to rub some feathers the wrong way, but that's how I live life, so I don't have a problem with that. I have a book I just finished called Residue Living, and it's going through the whole formatting now. It's going to be published. We're working on the cover, but it's called Residue Living, and the whole concept of that is simple. Poverty has nothing to do with money. Wealth has nothing to do with money. It has to do with mindset. And if you have a poverty mindset, you can get by just living and paying your bills. And it doesn't keep, your lifestyle, it won't keep you out of heaven. But I would beg to differ that if you live a poverty mindset, you can keep others out of heaven. And here's why I say that. Your generosity allows you to do things that other people can't. So for example, Antifa wants to go into a city and they want to cause a whole bunch of problems. BLM movement goes into a city that want to cause all sorts of problems. I'm not talking about peaceful protests. I'm talking about people that go in to disrupt things. What if I sent 1,000 missionaries, 1,000 worshipers into that same city and we just loved on people? The atmosphere would be forced to change, but that takes resources to do that. So you not saying, hey, I'm just going to live my comfortable lifestyle. By the way, nowhere in the Bible does it say we're going to be comfortable. It actually says we're going to be uncomfortable. That's why we need the comforter. So if we live this comfy, cushy lifestyle where we're just, hey, I got my 9-to-5 job, or hey, I'm able to do this, I'm able to do that, and I do what I want, then we don't push ourselves beyond what our capability is. And you have to push yourself beyond what your capability is, because that's when you need God. You should always make your goals, your dreams, your visions, your aspirations much bigger than what you could ever do, because that's when God has to step in. And that takes a generosity, a wealthy mindset.
So what I'm hearing you say is that we want to be able to affect change in the world, but not because we're wanting to change people for who they are. We're wanting to change people for who God wants them to be.
Absolutely. I mean, would I want everybody to be like me? No way. We'd all be in war and we'd all be dead. I mean, that's just, I have the saying that I let God take care of all my problems, because if I did, I'd probably be in jail. I know me. But I surround myself like Leilani. Leilani that's my wife. We've been married since 1992, 28 plus years. And I'll tell you, she is the peace in our family. She's just this peaceful, loving spirit. And she'll tell me, Chad, you're being a little aggressive in this area. You might want to calm down a little bit. I say, hon, that's what you're for. Just go in and tell them what I mean when I came across that way. So,
It's wonderful. Folks, this is our guest today. His name is Chad Owen. He's based in Texas, and I'm telling you, he's got a real heart to help this country, help people around him, help people that have been placed in his life. If you'd like to follow along on the journey with any of these 9 businesses that are going, or the one a nonprofit, here are all the websites right there. It's I'm not even sure how to say that. ESLifeandAnnuity.com, Retirement Realized Agents Academy.com, Retirement Realized Financial.com, JesusOnEveryScreen.com, IncreaseU.com. I believe we didn't get this one in time, but HeavensArmory.com is also up. Chad.Owen.798 on Facebook, and Chad C. Owen on Instagram. Folks, he's got very interactive stuff. I know I voted on what kind of rims his new truck should get a year or so ago, and he does like to interact with you. Chad, yeah. I'm so grateful for your time today, and we looking forward to being able to see you again soon, hopefully.
Absolutely. You will see me and my team in Hawaii for sure.
All right. Give Leilani and all the kids our love, and we'll see you soon.
Awesome. You have a great day.
All right. That's Chad Owen, everybody. And now let's stop for directions. What are you doing next? There are people watching us today who have had a dream of doing something great, and that dream is still out there on the horizon in the unseen realm. Sadly, that dream for many stays right there, a dream. Here is something that may be some good news for those. It isn't too late. You can still make this dream happen. Paul said one of the most powerful statements that he ever made in all of his writings to the churches when he said to the church at Philippi, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Now, we have heard this used by many folks as a mission statement in their life. I remember when Evander Holyfield came to the ring to fight Mike Tyson with it embroidered on the lapel of his robe. But here is what I want to communicate. Strength that is never put to use is wasted. Jesus has strengthened you, but you have to use that strength and step out and do something. There are people who have been waiting on God for decades and have been letting their dreams sit idly by when the strength to accomplish it is within them. What are we trying to say today? Do you have a dream? Do you have a goal? Then do you have a relationship with Jesus? If you do, then you have the strength within you. Get up and start moving. The finish line is in sight, but you'll never cross it until you start moving. Let's go win something today, shall we? That's going to wrap it up for the show today. I'm so grateful to Chad Owen for coming by and being with us today. It's such an inspiration and a challenge to speak to somebody like him, seeing him do something with no limits. It's awesome. I want to thank Jody for another great broadcast today. Join us next week as we have more great guests coming your way. You'll not want to miss a single show. Until then, I hope we helped you find what you were looking for as you expanded your search. Have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for joining us today. Connect with us on @expandingyoursearch on Facebook and Instagram and @expandingsearch on Twitter. Relive any of our episodes on YouTube. We're available wherever podcasts are found, including Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts. You can also download the Direction Ministries app on iOS, Android, Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. Take some time today to expand your search.